here from headquarters of ShopLedNation.com. All kinds of hunting gear, cool stuff that you'll see in the episodes coming up. So I just can't help but smile as I continue to think about this hunt that we had in the fall of 2017. But there's a little backstory. I had spent 19 days previously, 7 of which were in Colorado with outfitters and guides, and then a self-guided hunt for 12 days near Big Sky, Montana, where all I got to see is the rear ends of elk running away from me, and they weren't very close. So this year's elk hunt, we were absolutely determined as a lead staff to find an area that held a lot more elk. So the lead pro staff scoured hours of reviews and checked the internet for the best things out there, and we landed on Daniel with our R&K Hunting Company, and boy, are we glad we did that. What we found there at R&K Hunting Company was some of the best accommodations you could ever imagine. The elk were plentiful. Simply put, you will not be sorry that you went to R&K Outfitters. His guides are the best. They listen to us. In the morning when we put a game plan together, you know, we were part of it as hunters, and that made it a lot more fun. All of us got opportunities at trophy animals. Some of us passed those opportunities up for bigger animals and regretted it later. Most of us came home with a lot of meat, and it was an incredible experience that I'll never forget. So what you're about to see are fair chase elk hunts on private land in Utah. This is in the Uinta, Wasatch, Cache National Forest, and so some of the views are incredible. You'll get to experience those. I can't help but smile about it. This is the first couple days of the opening hunt for a rifle. And I personally came with a bow, and so much to my guide's chagrin, I didn't even pack any rifle along. So here's the setup. We went out there with 10 guys. Each one of us had a bull elk tag, and each one of us had a mule deer tag for a mule deer buck. And so you're going to see a mixture of archery hunts, and you're going to see a mixture of rifle hunts, both on mule deer bucks and bull elk. And so get ready, get excited, because it was a great time. Now, my camera crew couldn't follow everybody, so unfortunately I chose myself to bring the camera with, and what ended up happening is my brother, who has never hunted before, shot one of the biggest elk ever taken. In fact, it was the biggest elk taken. It scored just over 340 at R&K and in 18 years. And they figured there was over 1,000 bull elk shot in that time period. So if you're like me right now, most of your prime season hunting for 2017 is all over. You're getting ready for 2018. I encourage you, as you watch these films, to love every day. Get pumped up about the season you've got coming up. Maybe it drives you to the gym, maybe it drives you to the archery range, but enjoy every minute and love every day. The first morning of the hunt started just like the dreams that we had had the night before. Then time stood still. Right away, we got exactly what we wanted, a bull elk, but when we cow called, he headed right over the ridge. We knew it was going to be difficult. The elk were bunched up, so my dad and I split up. So both my dad and his guide Dobie watched a herd of elk get scared off the ridge above them and down into the drainage below. Guess who was sitting down there waiting? About a mile up this drainage, as my dad and his guide watched these elk come over this edge, my guide was trying to convince me that there was no chance that we would ever get close to these huge herds of elk. And then we heard some thundering footsteps. The biggest one, but it's done.
Yes, sir. Bull down, baby. Big bull down.
Not on foot, Phil.
Big bull down. Right down there.
We're good.
How does it feel?
Feels pretty awesome. I'd like him to quit breathing.
I know. Well, we got it done here on the Stillman Ranch.
Yeah, buddy. Cletus was an elk guide and not a cameraman, but he had missed the entire thing. 5 of those bull elk that my dad and his guide had seen come over the edge came right at us, about the time that Cletus said there's no chance that we're ever going to get a shot. God sent these elk right to me, 5 of them, and gave me the shot of a lifetime. We had a great discussion together, and it was just a great, enjoyable end to the first morning of a 10-day hunt. My dad had the quintessential guide named Dobie, and with all of his years of experience, they were determined to get an elk on day 2 or 3. And so they went after and did a ton of glassing. They did a ton of research, hitting every different bench and every different crease and crevice in Stillman Ranch. And with Matt in tow, their cameraman, they sought out to get the big one. After hours and days of glassing and searching for the right elk, my dad's patience finally paid off. The right one stepped up into view, came from seemingly out of nowhere, and he was ready to go.
You got him. You got him. Keep. Oh, there's another shot. I got one in him. I got him. Nice shooting, man. Now if he'll stop rolling.
Even with the 300 Ultra Mag, these animals were nearly impossible to get to stop. What a heart, what a will to live.
Hey, Bill, real quick, how you feeling right now?
Feeling great. It's awesome.
Ooh, that was exciting,
Thanks
dude.
to the greatest guy in the world, Dobie. Matt, thanks for all your filming. It's outstanding.
That was pretty fun, and they're still bugling across.
They didn't even stop.
This one surprised us.
That was crazy. I don't know. He looked at us too.
Sweet, dude. Sweet. Salty bucks.